Hey guys, Middle Jesus here.
What is up, guys?
Hey guys, it's Tyler with my Retro Life.
One of my biggest tips.
Put aside some time to go through your collection. That's right, me and my friends are going to talk about our top retro game hunting and collecting tips, and hopefully you guys can get some value from this video. I'm going to go last, of course, and I'm going to introduce my guests in no particular order. We're going to start off with Retro Rick. Take it away, Rick.
What is up, guys? Jim, thank you as always for the invite. It is an honor to be talking about this topic. We're talking about retro video game collecting and tips specifically within collecting. Now, guys, I will say I love it and I hate it at the same time because it is so dang expensive nowadays to collect video games. It just is, and it just continues to go up, it seems. Now, I will say the majority of my collection I've gotten primarily by trading and by flipping, by reselling primarily video games. Now, I will say that is not my tip. My tip is actually to be open to educating yourself in reselling items that are around video games. I have found so many different alternatives in flipping items to put money back into my game fund. One of the main ones is DVDs and Blu-rays. I know that sounds insane, but I actually sold a Blu-ray last month for over $100, and I find DVDs all the time that I can resell for 20, 30, 40 bucks, and they're around video games. So I'm obviously always looking out for video games, but then I'm also looking for DVDs and Blu-rays, and then also small electronics, all of those things that you see around video games. One of the main things I resell is are calculators. Calculators have crazy resale value. You buy them for $3, you sell them for 40, and then you put that money back into your game fund. That is how I have amassed this collection that you see behind me, is by being open to trading and reselling items like video games, but also the items that are around video games. Jim, again, thank you for having me on, and I hope that helps.
Pretty cool, eh? Making money out of calculators to recycle back into your retro game collection. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for your car boots, your thrift stores, anywhere, because those things are super cheap, especially in the UK, and it sounds like it's the same over in the US as well. Next up, we are heading to Seattle with the awesome Metal Jesus Rocks. Jason, over to you.
Hey guys, Middle Jesus here. Now, something that's become very popular with retro gamers that I associate with, and myself personally, is doing trades. And this is something that has really taken off in the last couple of years, especially when games have become more expensive and you want a way to get some of those kind of harder to find and more expensive games. Trading is often a great way to do that. Myself, recently I did some trades for some of those accessories for my GameCube. I was looking for an orange controller as well as an orange Game Boy player, and the only way for me to really do that, because it's so expensive, was to do a trade with a local collector. His name's Jesse. My buddy Reggie does this all the time. He's been doing it for years now, and it makes sense. If you've been collecting for a while like I have, and like Reggie and some of these other people, maybe you've got games or collections that you are not emotionally attached to. Maybe you're not nostalgic for anymore. Maybe you play those games and you're cool, and it's time to let those go to another collector who's going to enjoy them, and maybe you'll get something back in return. I've been doing this for years with big box PC games because those games are very difficult to find in the wild, and so sometimes it's just much easier to do trades with local collectors. And so that would be my recommendation. If you have the ability to do trades with other collectors, sometimes that is the best way to go.
What a guy, what a tip, what a channel. Make sure you subscribe to everybody that is in this video. Everybody's channels will be linked in the description. But now we are also taking a look at one of the other members of the Metal Jesus crew with the mighty John Riggs.
One of my biggest tips is not just to network with other video game collectors, but network with other collectors of any kind. People who collect old sneakers, people who collect vintage clothing, people who collect, let's say, toys or Pyrex or antiques. I mean, anything like that. Network with those other collectors when you find them, because they can keep an eye out for you
just like you can keep an eye out for them. And it's come in handy so many times where I might find something at a store, and it's like, oh, hey, I happen to be at this thrift shop in town. Are you interested in this? And then they'll be like, oh my God, I've been looking for one of those. And they rush out and grab a great deal because you were that network. They're going to turn it around. They're going to come around, and you might get a text someday saying, hey, I don't know if you had a chance to check out this store yet, or I just found this. Are you interested? Maybe you're at a yard sale. Maybe you're at an estate sale. And in other circumstances, if it works out to the benefit, maybe they can purchase it for you, and then you just pay them back when they see you, so you don't even have to do the drive. They're going to get it for you. It's a wonderful thing, and it's come in handy so many times for me in the past to network with these other collectors who are into other little niche things. With me, it's retro video games, but for them, it might be Pyrex. It might be antique glasses, or just whatever it is, like sports memorabilia, war memorabilia. Like maybe they're out looking for things too, and there happens to be video games. Well, they can always let you know in advance, and maybe hopefully turn into something positive on both ends. So that's my biggest thing is just network, not just with other video game collectors. Because if you network with the other video game collectors, they're going to grab the best stuff first and then leave you the leftovers. Network with the people who don't even like video games. That's going to come in handy for you someday, hopefully.
Get to know your community, guys. That is absolutely crucial. And people always say to me how positive the retro gaming community is. Whether you're in America, whether you're in Canada, Australia, no matter where you are, reach out. And I think getting out there, going to the markets, going on retro game hunts are a great way to network. Next up then is an incredibly unique channel. I'm a huge fan of you, Tyler. Mad respect. We're going to head over to My Retro Life. Take it away, Tyler.
Hey guys, it's Tyler with My Retro Life. Thanks for having me on your show today, Gemma. If you're looking for retro game collecting tips in 2022, I'm not like super into collecting anymore, the older games, but if you're looking for like the Wii generation, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, there's one neat little thing that I've discovered recently, and that is casing thrift stores, mom and pop thrift stores and donation centers like Goodwill, really going there daily and figuring out their schedule of when they drop items, and just be there when they drop. Don't let other collectors come in and swoop in and steal the treasures before you do. I was really lucky recently. Recently, I was at a store. I actually forget the name of the store. It was a kind of not a major chain here in the area of town that I live in here in Texas. And it wasn't a Goodwill, but it was like a Goodwill store. And they had just put out, I was standing there with my daughter, they put out right in front of us brand new sealed Wii games. New Super Mario Brothers Wii and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Sealed, they look beautiful, incredible, $4 each. It was an incredible find, and not one that I'm going to forget anytime soon. And I just want to encourage you guys, it can happen. You can find this stuff.
So far, this is absolutely brilliant. Even I've learned a few tricks of the trade. And now I'm going to talk about my retro game tips that hopefully will help you on your ventures. When I moved house, it became apparent at how many doubles of video games that I actually had. When I'd sold them all, I'd actually given a few to charity, but when I'd sold the ones that had a relative amount of value, I made over £500 in selling my doubles alone. I had no idea, and had I not have moved house, I still would have had those doubles today. So my tip to you is put aside some time to go through your collection and filter out the doubles, because you never know what you're sat on, and we are in a retro gaming boom, I think, in terms of prices. I look at eBay now, and games that I paid £100 for 3 years ago are now worth £300–400. So make sure you go through all of your doubles. Take that time. It can be quite boring, it can be quite laborious, but I guarantee you're gonna find something in there that might be of value. And remember, what your junk is another man's gold, or woman's gold, in my case. So make sure you hunt out for those doubles. You'll get yourself some money back, and then you can put it back into your retro gaming, whether you're going to the market, car boots are about to open again. So it's a great way to put money in the back burner. You never know what you sat on. I myself was floored. So that, guys, is my little tip. Metal Jesus, John Riggs, Retro Rick, Tyler, My Retro Life, thank you so much for being a part of this video. Guys, if you are new here and you love all things video games, retro games, geeky pop culture, I would ask that you subscribe, and I would ask that you just share your comments and leave a like rating on this episode. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you get your notifications on, because every time I post a video, you'll be first in the comments. I'll see you there, guys. Have a good one. My name is Gemma, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.